Why broken people become stronger. Have you ever felt broken? Perhaps it was a failure, a betrayal, a loss, a mistake you wish you could erase. At some point in life, almost everyone carries a crack that cannot be hidden, and when that happens, many people begin to believe something dangerous. They believe they are damaged, less valuable, less worthy, less complete. But in Japan, there is an art form that tells a completely different story. It is called Kintsugi. When a bowl breaks, it is not thrown away. The cracks are repaired with gold. Not hidden, not erased, not disguised. The damage becomes part of its beauty. The bowl becomes more valuable because it was broken. Today we'll explore why our scars may be more valuable than our successes, why suffering changes people, and how the Japanese art of Kintsugi can transform the way we see ourselves. Chapter 1. The day everything changes. Most lives can be divided into two parts. Before the crack, and after it. Perhaps it was the loss of a loved one, a divorce, a financial collapse, a serious illness, a dream that never came true. Life often changes in a single moment, and when it does, many people spend years wishing they could go back to the person they were before. But what if going back was never the goal? Chapter 2. Why we hide our cracks. Modern society teaches us to hide weakness, hide fear, hide failure, hide sadness. Social media rewards perfection. Success stories are celebrated. Struggles are often hidden. As a result, people learn to wear masks. They smile while suffering. They pretend while breaking. They appear strong while feeling lost. The problem is that hidden wounds rarely heal. Chapter 3. The story of a broken bowl. Imagine a beautiful ceramic bowl. One day it slips from someone's hands. It falls. It shatters. Most people would call it ruined, calm, worthless calm, finished calm. But Kintsugi artists see something different. They carefully gather every broken piece. Then they reconnect them using gold. The cracks remain visible. In fact, they become the most beautiful part. The bowl tells a story of breaking, a story of survival, a story of repair. Chapter 4. Your scars tell a story. Look at the people you admire most. Rarely are they people who lived perfect lives. More often they are people who endured hardship, people who faced loss, people who failed, people who suffered, yet somehow continued. Their scars became their wisdom. Their pain became their strength. Their struggles became their story. Chapter 5. Why pain changes us. Pain has a strange ability. It forces us to see what truly matters when everything is going well. We often take life for granted. We assume tomorrow is guaranteed. We assume people will always be there. We assume opportunities will never disappear. Then life reminds us otherwise, and suddenly we begin paying attention. Chapter 6. The strength nobody sees. Some of the strongest people in the world do not look strong. They are not famous. They are not wealthy. They are not admired by millions. They are the people who quietly continue. The mother raising children after loss. The man rebuilding his life after failure. The elderly woman living alone with dignity. The person fighting battles nobody else can see. Their strength is invisible, but it is real. Chapter 7. The myth of the perfect life. Many people spend years chasing a life with no cracks, no mistakes, no regrets, no pain. But such a life does not exist. Every relationship eventually faces difficulty. Every career experiences setbacks. Every person encounters loss. Pain is not evidence that life has gone wrong. Pain is evidence that life is being lived. Chapter 8. Gold in the cracks. Kintsugi does something extraordinary. It highlights the cracks. It refuses to pretend the damage never happened. Imagine applying this idea to your own life. What if your failures were not something to hide? What if they became evidence of growth? What if your scars became gold? The experiences you wish to erase may be the very experiences that shaped who you are today. Chapter 9. The people who changed because they broke. Many of life's greatest transformations begin with suffering. People become more compassionate, more patient, more grateful, more understanding, not because life was easy, but because it was difficult. Sometimes breaking is not the end of a story. Sometimes it is the beginning. Chapter 10. The courage to repair. Repairing something takes courage. It is easier to throw something away. It is easier to quit. It is easier to believe nothing can improve. But repair requires hope. Kintsugi artists spend hours restoring what others would discard. Human beings must often do the same. Healing takes time. Growth takes time. Trust takes time. But every repair begins with a decision. Chapter 11. Becoming more valuable. A repaired Kintsugi bowl is not valuable despite its cracks. It is valuable because of them. This idea challenges everything modern culture teaches us. We are told value comes from perfection. Kintsugi says value comes from resilience, not from never falling, but from rising again. Chapter 12. What if nothing was wasted? Think about your greatest struggles, the heartbreak, the disappointment, the failures, the moments you wish never happened. What if none of them were wasted? What if each experience taught you something? What if every scar carried a lesson? Kintsugi asks us to see our past differently, not as damage, but as transformation. Chapter 13. The golden version of you. Imagine meeting the younger version of yourself. The version before every mistake, before every loss, before every hardship. Would that person be wiser, more compassionate, more resilient? Probably not. The person you are today exists because of those experiences. Your cracks helped create you. Final chapter. Why broken people become stronger. If you remember only one thing from today's video, remember this. A broken bowl is not the end of a bowl. A scar is not the end of a person. A failure is not the end of a life. In Japan, Kintsugi teaches that broken things can become more beautiful than they were before. Perhaps the same is true for people. Perhaps your struggles are not proof that you are damaged. Perhaps they are proof that you survived. And perhaps one day, the cracks you once tried to hide will become the gold that defines your story. Thank you for listening. And remember, the strongest people are not those who were never broken. They are those who learned how to rebuild.